Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to explain how you can create unlimited audio using the Clone Voice AI platform, which allows you to clone your own voice or create a completely new AI-generated voice from scratch. This video is basically a clarification, because in the previous video where I shared my review of the platform, I ran into an issue when trying to generate certain expressions. The platform actually allows you to generate audio with expressions, which makes the voice sound much more natural. However, as I mentioned in that review video, I tried to generate those emotions, and for some reason, they didn't work. Now I finally found the reason why they weren't generated, and I'm going to explain it right now. It's actually a very simple issue. Of course, I've left a link in the description of this video in case you haven't purchased the platform yet. You'll also get special bonuses, which are detailed in the description as well. In any case, at the end of this video, I'll explain in more detail what those bonuses include. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first we're going to click here where it says Create Audio. Everything else, how to clone your voice, how to generate voices, and so on, I already explained in the review video. I'll also leave a link to that video in the description and add a card up here if you want to check it out, where everything is explained in much more detail. Here, what I'm going to do is create an audio. Where it says name, I'm going to give this audio a name. Then here I'll select a voice. I can choose system voices, which are voices already stored within the platform. I can also use cloned voices, which are the voices I uploaded and cloned myself. I can select designed voices, which are voices we've created using this platform, or voices from the public library, where there are hundreds of voices available. I've only added 2 here, but you can go to the library and add many more. For now, I'm going to select this cloned voice called Narrator 1. Here under Language, I'll leave it set to English. Next, I'm going to generate the script. If you already have a script, you can simply paste it here. But if you don't have one, you can generate it by clicking here where it says Generate Script. Here, I'm going to enter the topic name. In this example, The Evolution of the Internet. Now we need to select a category. What type of script do we want to create? In this case, to make it a bit faster, I'll select the first option, which is a script for short vertical videos, like Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. Optionally, if we want the AI to pull information from a specific website, we can paste the URL here. If not, we can check this box, which is also optional. What this does is allow the AI to research information across the entire internet about this topic. So now we click Generate Script and wait a moment. Alright, the script has been generated. Now we just need to review it and see if there's anything we want to modify. We can remove or change certain parts if needed. In this case, I'm going to leave it as is. I'll check this box, then I'll create a new audio by clicking here, and done. Now we have the same script, but it's divided into blocks. This is because we can assign different emotions and expressions to each block. For example, in the first block, we can change the expression. In this case, I'll leave it as default. We can also listen to a preview by clicking here. Keep in mind that we can only hear a preview of the first 10 words of the script.
Stop scrolling. Ever wonder how we got from dial-up to...
Alright, now you can get an idea of how it's going to sound. Now here we can add expressions. We can add up to 5 expressions per block. For example, I'll add this one here. As soon as we select it, it gets added to the block. Then I'll add another one here, which is a cough. And then I'll add another one, which is this one here. Alright. Now, this is very important. Every time you edit a block, you must update it. If you notice, a button appears here that says Update. In the previous video, I didn't notice this detail, so I didn't update the blocks and went straight to generating the audio. That's the reason why those expressions were not generated. So, in order for the expressions to work, you need to click this Update button. Then this window will pop up asking you to confirm, and that's it. The script has now been updated, and now I can generate the audio. However, in this case, I still want to change some emotions in other blocks and add more expressions. For example, in this block, I'm going to set the emotion to happy. And I also want to add other things, like this laugh. Then for this block, I'm going to set the emotion to sad, and I'm also going to add expressions, for example,
Achoo!
this sneeze. Next, here we'll change the emotion to angry and add some other expressions. For example, this one here.
Ugh.
Now we'll change it to afraid. And we'll also add another expression like this one. All right. Now, I recommend that at the end of each block, you always add a short pause. This is because sometimes the audio can sound too fast or too continuous. So I recommend placing this pause at the end of every block. For example, we're going to drag this tag all the way to the end. This way, when the AI synthesizes the script, it will add the necessary pauses. All right, I think we now have pauses in all the blocks. Now I'm going to click the update button on each block. I'll go through all of them to make sure I didn't miss any. Great! Now that all the blocks have been updated, we click here where it says Generate Audio and wait a bit. All right, the audio has been generated. It took about 1 minute. Now we're going to click play here to listen to the entire audio.
Stop scrolling. Ever wonder how we got from dial-up to instant everything? In the late 60s, the internet started as ARPANET, a US government project. Super limited, totally niche. Fast forward to the 90s, Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web, opening it to everyone. Remember that dial-up sound? Yeah, it was slow, really slow. Then came broadband, Google, and suddenly the web was useful. Mid-2000s, bam, Web 2.0 hits. MySpace, Facebook, YouTube. We started connecting, sharing, and creating online like never before.
Achoo!
Next up, the smartphone revolution.
Ugh.
The internet wasn't just on your desktop, it was in your pocket. Apps, streaming, instant communication became the norm today. AI integration, smart homes, virtual reality. The internet is constantly evolving, blending into every part of our lives. What is the craziest internet memory you have? Let us know in the comments.
Oh.
All right. Of course, the audio sounded pretty strange with all the emotions and expressions we added, but we did that simply so you could hear how they work. Obviously, you need to choose the right emotions and expressions according to the context of your narration. But let me know in the comments what you think. To wrap things up, let me explain what the bonuses I mentioned at the beginning of this video are all about. You can get them only if you purchase Clone Voice AI through the links included in the description or the pinned comment of this video. The first bonus is the AI automation course, where you'll learn how to create viral videos using artificial intelligence. You'll also learn how to find niches with the highest potential for going viral. The second bonus is the Faceless YouTube Automation Guide. With this guide, you'll better understand how the YouTube algorithm works and how you can use AI to create content that gets distributed on the platform, all without needing to show your face. The third bonus is a collection of over 10,000 PLR ebooks. That means all of them include resale rights licenses, so you can sell them at any price you want. You can also turn them into audiobooks with the help of Clone Voice AI, which includes an exclusive feature specifically for that. If you're not familiar with that feature yet, you can check out my full review and complete tutorial of this platform. I've left a link in the description. On top of that, we'll be adding more exclusive bonuses. So if you purchase Clone Voice AI right now through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you'll get immediate access to these bonuses, as well as any future bonuses we add. But remember, only through the links included in the description or the pinned comment of this video. So now you know. For now, I hope all of this information has been really helpful for you. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.